What's going on, swim fans? I'm here in Omaha, Nebraska at the U.S. Olympic Swimming Trials. I've got the incredible venue behind me. I'm going to give you guys an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour. Let's go. What's going on, swim fans? Welcome to Omaha, Nebraska. I just gave you guys an exclusive behind-the-scenes look of what it's like inside the venue. I just got into Omaha, Nebraska. My flight was very early this morning, and I made it to the prelim session, so thank you so much for bearing with me on the technical difficulties and delays. But here we are. We're streaming for you guys, and we're about to begin night number 5 at the U.S. Olympic Trials. Remember, this is the selection team for the U.S. Olympic team, and we have selection competition. Let me know in the comments of the live stream where you guys are joining me from. I know we have people watching this stream from all over the world. If you guys are new here, my name is Faris Sabeti, co-founder and CEO of MySwimPro. We're a global technology company. We have a media component. We're here broadcasting and bringing you the latest and greatest so you guys know what's happening around the world of swimming and how the U.S. is performing their Olympic trials. So tonight, we are kicking things off with the men's 800-meter freestyle final. Then we have the men's 200-meter breaststroke final. That's going to be a good one. We've got the women's 100-meter freestyle semifinal. We saw the 100-meter freestyle prelims in the morning, semifinal tonight. Then we have the men's 200-meter backstroke final. Semifinal. We saw Ryan Murphy in the prelims this morning. We got the semifinal tonight. Then we have the women's 200-meter fly final. That's going to be a great race between Reagan Smith and Haley Flickener. Keep an eye out for that. Then after that, we have the men's 100-meter freestyle final. We're going to see Caleb Dressel for the first time in a final at these championships, these Olympic trials. After the men's 100 free final, then we've got the women's 200-meter breaststroke semifinal. We saw a lot of studs this morning. Annie Laser, Lily King. We'll see how they put it together tonight in the semifinal. Then we're going to wrap things up with the men's 200-meter individual medley semifinal. We got to see Ryan Lochte, the veteran, the legend, for the first time in this competition swimming in the prelims. We saw Michael Andrew, who was under the world record pace for the first half of the race. That was really special. We're going to see what they can throw down in the semifinal. Now, if you guys are new here, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you're alerted the next time we have a live stream. Again, thank you so much for your patience and being a part of this. We're learning as we go, and we want to deliver the content to you guys as timely as possible. So thank you so much for your patience and being a part of this. Now let's go ahead and talk about the men's 800-meter freestyle. Then we got some race footage from last night's semifinals and also this morning prelims. So last night, or the day before, we had the men's 800-meter freestyle prelim. Tonight, it's the final, timed final. We're going to see how fast these guys can go and who's going to finish in the top 2. This is a new Olympic event. The 800 freestyle was added here in 2021 for Tokyo, so we're really excited to see who can make the team. Right now, the top seed is Will Gallant with a 7:53.7. There were a number of guys that were 7:54 and 7:55. I think it's going to be a good race. Maybe one of the guys was easy in the prelims and is now going to perform way, way faster. After the men's 800 free, we got the men's 200-meter breaststroke final. Now, this might be one of the most exciting races of the session. We have a number of, that's a big statement. We have a number of exciting races in this session, but I say that because we're going to have the stacked heat. We've got Jake Foster, Andrew Wilson, Kevin Cordes. Who do we got? We got Matt Fallon, the youngster, Nick Fink, Will Lacone, Daniel Roy, and AJ Pouch. Now, these guys are all seated around 208 to 210. Let's go ahead and watch the men's semifinal from yesterday. I want to show you guys the young gun, Matt Fallon. He was really, really impressive. Let's go ahead and watch that.
Over the last 6 weeks, Fallon will be in lane.
So we've got Fallon. Keep an eye on him. He's in lane 4 next to Will Lacone. And these guys are some superstars for this session. We're going to see who can step up to the plate. Remember, this is last night in the semifinal. Remember, you got to swim these events 3 times. Prelims, semifinal, and final. Now, we're going to go ahead and just skip right to the start. We want to watch this race. There's Will Lacone shaking himself up. Keep an eye on Fallon in the middle of the pool. Will Lacone up there in 3. He's been 148 in the short course yards version. He's been under 150 a couple times. Doesn't really mean anything here in the long course, but we know he's capable of throwing down very fast times. I believe he's been 2:08 before. He was 2:09.3 in the semifinal. All of these guys swim the race a little bit differently. If you see the swimmer in the middle of the pool who's in last place, that's Matt Fallon. He went out very controlled, and he back halved it. So we want to keep an eye on these swimmers, how they position themselves going into the final. Going into the first 50 at least, these guys were out in a very controlled pace. I mean, sub 30 will get the job done if you're trying to go under 2:10 and you can back half it. But look at Matt Fallon falling behind. This is going to be a preview of what we see tonight in the finals, because in the semi right here, he's over a body length behind right there. But he doesn't split this race. These other guys going out pretty fast, 102.2. Well, that's the world record, 101.8. But Fallon came back in a 105 in the semifinal. So he outswam everyone. And you see him right there. It looks like he's way behind everyone. Way behind everyone. But he's in it. He's still in the race. Even though he's 2 body lengths behind our lead swimmers, he's right there with them. This is going to shape up to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. I'm very excited about tonight. Let me know in the comments who you guys think is going to win the men's 200 breaststroke and what the time is going to be. What is the time going to be? Who's going to win it? Remember, Matt Fallon, 2:08.9. Nick Fink, 2:09.1. Kevin Cordes, 2:09.3. Those are the top 3 swimmers, all within 0.4 seconds. And you see Matt Fallon starting to make a move right now. Here he comes. Here he comes right there. He's pushing. He's pushing. Look at the tempo. His hand speed is so much faster than everyone's. The other swimmers are either dying or shutting it down, but Matt Fallon was way more closing speed, and he touches first in 2:08.91. And look at the excitement. We talked about this yesterday. It's always fun to see an athlete get so excited about a race. Semifinal, we're going to see these guys in the final, but let's keep things moving. After the men's 200-meter breaststroke, we've got the women's 100-meter freestyle semifinal. So I was there for the prelims of this race. Let's go ahead and play one of the heats. This is heat number 7. Keep an eye on Abby Weitzel and Claire Curzan. We saw Curzan in the fly. Allison Schmidt also in this. A few Michigan natives. Check out Gabby DeLoof down in lane 2. And these swimmers are going to battle. And let's go ahead and see heat number 7 in the water. Now, the world record in this event is a 51.71. That's Sarah Sjöström of Sweden. Remember, Simone Manuel is the defending gold medalist in this event from Rio. She was a 52.54 in 2018, and that is the U.S. Open record. She also has the American record 52.0 in Budapest back in 2019. And these girls are going to have to throw down because, remember, you want to get into the semifinal. Let's go ahead and watch Weitzel. She's the person to watch in the middle of the pool. Here they are on the block. Quiet for the start. Take your mark, and they're off. So when we're watching the 100-meter freestyle, what we want to pay attention to is breathing pattern. Some of these swimmers will breathe every 2 strokes. Some will breathe every 3, and some will breathe every 4, or a combination of every 2 and every 4. And look at Weitzel go. She's looking really good right now. Really good. She's got a half body length lead with 10 meters to go into the wall. And she'll turn. What's the split time? She turns in 25.60. Commanding lead over half a second over Curzan and Schmidt right there with her in third at the 50. Weitzel looking really good. She could shut it down right now. If she wanted to, she could shut it down. And maybe she will, maybe she won't. I don't know. She looks pretty smooth. And you know, some of these swimmers do shut it down, but they're carrying so much momentum that even when they shut it down, they're still moving really fast. So that was a soft finish right there. Good enough for 53.52. That is the fastest time of the morning as we head into the semifinal. It took a 55.22. That was Gabby DeLoof to get into the top 16. So we're going to see these swimmers in just a little bit. The final session starts at 7 p.m. Central Time. So keep an eye on that. Next, we have the men's 200-meter backstroke semifinal. Now, we saw the prelims. I got to watch this event. That was really cool to watch Ryan Murphy cruise in the semis. Here's a heat. Let's watch heat number 5 of this morning's semifinal or prelims, and we have the semifinal tonight. The semifinal tonight. And they're off. The world record in this event is a 151.92 by Aaron Pearsall. That was set back in 2009. You know, Aaron Pearsall, one of my favorite swimmers. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite, but he's one of my favorites in the sport of swimming. He was so casual. He's here at the trials. He's going to be watching the races, and it's going to be very exciting to see what these guys can put down, Ryan Murphy included. But right now we're watching these swimmers in the 100 or 200 meter backstroke. 200 backstroke is brutal on your legs. You know, it's more difficult in some regards than the 200 freestyle, because when you're swimming freestyle, you're in a slightly higher body position and your feet come out of the water more. So there's a little bit more break in the turbulence of the water. When you're doing backstroke and you're on your back, your legs are fully submerged, and that can really destroy your legs a lot more quickly. Out with the early speed, out in lane number 8, outside Smoke, 57.3. Now, Ryan Murphy was the top seed this morning. Keep an eye on the swimmers, sort of in a V formation, minus lane 6 and 7. But these swimmers are trying to battle for a semifinal position. We go basically top 80, 50 to 80 swimmers in the prelims, narrows down to the top 16, and then we get into the top 8, and then the top 2 make the team. Kat's still in second, but down there it's a 127.5. If these guys can hold it together, we're going to see something special. Will we see 156, 157? Keep an eye on the clock. Who do you guys think is going to win the 200-meter backstroke tonight in the final? Let me know in the live chat, in the comments, who's going to win 200 backstroke. Now, remember, they're not winning. They're basically setting the fastest time to get into the final, into the top 8. 157. I think it's going to take a 156 or 155, maybe even 155 tonight to be the number 1 qualifier. Bryce Mefford right there. After the men's 200-meter backstroke semifinal, we got the women's 200-meter butterfly. Let's go ahead and watch semifinal number 1 from yesterday. That's Reagan Smith in the pink cap. We saw her put up a good one in the 100-meter backstroke. Keep an eye on her right here in the middle of the pool with that pink cap. Out to an early lead, a lot of early speed. I do think she was playing it conservative last night in the semifinal, so we'll see how she does in the final. Remember, 200 fly is such a difficult event because you got to swim it 3 times. You got to conserve your energy, but you have to swim fast enough to get into the final. There she is underwater. Really strong underwaters. Out in a 28.4. And as we head into the finish, keep an eye on her. She's getting a little bit of pressure, but that might be because she's shutting it down. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments, in the chat, who do you think is going to win this women's 200-meter butterfly? I think it's going to shape up to be a 2-way battle between Haley Flickener and Reagan Smith. Keep an eye on them. Let's go ahead and watch the ladies' heat or semifinal number 2. This is semifinal number 1. Let's watch semifinal number 2. This is where we see Haley. Right from the beginning, it looks like it's a tight field, but she quickly asserted herself heading into the first wall, 28.7. Keep an eye on Hook, lane 3. In the first 75 meters of 200, basically you get to see who's going to take it out fast and try and hang on. Who's playing a little bit more conservative will push it on the back half. And right there, we see Haley starting to pull ahead of the field. She's got about a half body length lead, extending to a full body length lead as she heads into the 100. Into the 100, she turns in a minute .59. And into the finish, she touches first, 2:06.73. That's the fastest time out of the semifinal. She's the number 1 seed going into the final. She looked pretty smooth. She's going to battle Reagan Smith. Let me know who you guys think is going to win that. Very, very excited about that. It's going to be a good one. And then we have the men's 100-meter freestyle. This is where we get to see Caleb Dressel. I'm very excited to watch this race in person here at the trials in just a little bit. We're about to begin the final session. Let's pull up the men's 100-meter freestyle. Keep an eye on Held. Keep an eye on Nathan Adrian. Keep an eye on Dressel. Sorry, Dressel, not Nathan Adrian. Adrian was in the last heat. He went out fast and died. But yeah, he's a veteran. Can't say anything bad about Nathan Adrian. What an Olympic hero and legend for Team USA in the sprints. Dressel looking really good right now, guys. Really, really good. He's looking really fresh right away. I mean, 30 meters in, he's asserted himself. It took 48.73 to get into the top 8 right here. And into the wall, it's Dressel, 22.6, but Held is right there with him. Held's got a lot of speed. Ryan Held is not holding it back. See what I did there? See what I did there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Keep an eye on Dressel and Held. Held in that red cap. Dressel in the lead. But look at Zach Apple. He's going to be there, guys. He's going to be there into the finish, especially when he went a 47.78. Dressel was 47.77. Sounds like an airplane. 47.77. Tongue twister. We're going to see these guys battle. And I mean battle. It's going to be absolutely epic. After the men's 100-meter freestyle, here's again the replay in slow motion. We're going to move into the women's 200-meter breaststroke semifinal. I got to watch the preliminaries of this in the morning. Let's go ahead and pull up some race footage from the morning of the 200-meter breaststroke on the women's side. And here's again the replay of the men. Well, anyway, let's before we play any footage, the women's 200-meter breaststroke, it was Annie Laser, 2:23.63. She was the fastest qualifier. Second was Ella Nelson, 2:25.35. She looked good. She looked good. Lily King will be in semifinal number 2 next to Annie Laser. She was 2:25.82. Prelims in the morning, semifinal this evening, rather. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Next event was the men's 200-meter individual medley. We got to see Ryan Lochte. We got to see some stars named Michael Andrew. Very excited to watch this race because we got to see Ryan Lochte. He is an Olympic legend. He has 12 Olympic medals. A lot of people will discount him. You do not discount someone with 12 Olympic medals. They should be considered a serious contender anytime they step onto the racing blocks, especially at an event that is something you've been to multiple times. Ryan Lochte is the definition of a veteran. He's been to the trials multiple times. It's not like he's been there twice. It's been 4 times. And this, if he makes the team, that would be remarkable. The question is, does he have enough to get into the semifinal? Remember, you got to go prelim, semifinal, final, top 2. A lot of stages on your way to making the team. Let's go ahead and watch the 200 individual medley. I got to watch this race on the other side of the pool. This is as the camera view. Pretty good view right there. Now keep an eye on Michael Andrew. He's got a lot of speed. I think Michael Andrew is going to be ahead right from the start tonight. There's the underwater. A lot of explosiveness out of Michael Andrew. I mean, it looks like he's getting to 15 meters faster than anybody else. And Michael Andrew with a almost body length lead on the field. Wow. Wow. He's going out fast. 24.1. I want you guys to understand how fast 24.1 is. He's 0.7 under the world record split. Who has that world record split? Ryan Lochte. 154.0 in the lane next to him. Ryan Lochte right there in the field, but when you go out in 24.1, I mean, that would be a world-class swim in the 50-meter butterfly. And he went out in the 200 IM in a 24.1. That's a 20-point in yards easily, 20-point low. At the turn, about 0.1 over the world record split, 53.65. Now, Ryan Lochte will come back to the field. Michael Andrew will come back to the field. They will gain on him in the freestyle. But the breaststroke, remember, he just made the Olympic team in the 100 breaststroke. It's not like this guy doesn't know how to do breaststroke. He's the best breaststroker in the field. No one's even close to him in the breaststroke. It looks like he's maintaining his distance. Wow. And he touches under the world record split, 126.41. What are we going to see on the final 50? Now, keep in mind, this is a prelim swim. No need to break the world record in the morning. He learned from that in the 100 breast. He went out very, very hard. He learned he doesn't need to do that. He's, 2 body lengths lead. He could shut it down and float. Maybe not float, but you know what I mean. He could just carry his momentum into the wall, let off the gas pedal. It looks pretty smooth into the finish. 156.2. Very, very solid swim. There's Lochte getting under 2 minutes. Love to see that sub 2 minute. It's going to take much faster than that. I want to see a 154. The question becomes, can Michael Andrew put it together in the final 50? I have a feeling he's going to be out so much faster than the field in the first 150. The question is, can he close in the final? We're going to find out. And there we go. We are just moments away from the final session here in Omaha, Nebraska. Night number 5. We have a few more nights. This goes all the way until Sunday, June 20th. You know what we have on June 20th? The MySwimPro exclusive discount for you guys, 30% off. If you're looking to take your swimming to the next level, if you want to swim faster and smarter than ever before, make sure you download the MySwimPro app. And here I'm showing some footage of the MySwimPro community. If you're a swimmer, if you love to be in the water, if you want to get faster, if you want to improve your fitness, your strength, learn about nutrition, dryland training, injury prevention, MySwimPro is the place to be. So make sure you download the MySwimPro app, join the MySwimPro Facebook group. It's absolutely free to join. A lot of people don't know this, but MySwimPro is much more than a YouTube channel or a social media account. We're a global technology and media company. I have the opportunity to lead this company and join you guys on these live streams and share about the world of swimming, whether that's technique, training, what the top athletes in the world are doing. It's a global community, and if you want to be a part of it, now's your chance. We have a 30% off discount code available for you guys, and that is going to expire at the end of the week. So I hope to see you guys there in the MySwimPro Facebook group, in the MySwimPro app, whether you want to work out, use the app as a digital training log, or you want to follow technique videos or follow a training plan, couch to 5K. If you're training for an open water race, it's all right there. Then again, make sure you hit that notification bell so you know about our next live. Be a part of the community. And I can't wait to see you guys in the broadcast, race by race, after this session. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm here in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look of what it's like at the U.S. Olympic Trials. Take care and happy swimming.